Hello guys, welcome back to the TheBlackOutTea channel. Like, hype, share, subscribe. Let's get into the shenanigans. Hello guys. What's up, booze? Let's go ahead and get into the shenanigans, honey. We gonna go ahead and get into this video that Vlad finally asked the question if Papoose is physically afraid to fight back radio. Okay, at the end of the day, is he afraid to break up with radio when things go left? Because we know that they are. Let's get into it. I ain't gonna hold you over here.
Okay, so things went quiet for a little while, but then 50 started trolling Clarissa, claiming that he had damaging Ring camera footage of her and this guy named Maserati Bud during Christmas. Did you and Clarissa ever have a conversation about this guy, Maserati Bud?
She told me about it. She told me about it beforehand. Before he even did the shit that he did, whatever, on social media, she told me about the situation. So I already knew about it. So when he came, playing those games.
The mother effer, you know what, liar. Okay? Yo, let's look at something. Pap, I'm going to take you down memory lane, okay? Because you're too grown for this shit, Pap. Okay? Let's go down. Now, Pap, this FaceTime, is this your birthday? This is 2026.
Let's talk about 2026.
Pap, is March 5th your birthday? Why is somebody that doesn't know somebody FaceTiming that same somebody on your birthday? Why is that? Why is that, Papoose? Stop with the lies. You're looking very bad out here. She already got you looking stupid. And even Vlad knows that. He knows that, and that's why he's asking you the question. Remember, this is why you jumped into his DMs or phoned him once he even put that shit up on Instagram. It's because you're concerned about what people is thinking. And Pap, we know what we see. Maserati Bud has evidence, okay? You're mad at 50 Cent because 50 Cent announced it. But at the end of the day, allegedly, Maserati Bud had that relationship, or still has. Because, should I say, March 5th is your birthday. This is this year, 2026. This was actually last month, a month today. Look how it is a month today that this FaceTime happened. I'm pretty sure that radio has not stopped fucking with Maserati Bud the long way. And coming from the South, honey, we know when a motherfucker say we fucking around the long way. When you fucking with somebody the long way, you know exactly what the hell that is, baby. So I don't know why you're playing yourself, Papoose. You're playing yourself bad.
I think it was self-explanatory. It spoke for itself. You know what I mean? The dude already said that they never was intimate. He never had sex with her. He already admitted that. So once again, just like 50 did with Big Meat,
he said that he knows exactly what the headboard looks like because he helped assist and picked it out over there, is what he said. And he said if you had really had any questions, you could reach out to him. You decided not to do so because you didn't want to be shamed that your girl had been lying all this time, trying to make herself look better than what the fuck it is. But we the people know. We the people know exactly who she is. The mistress. The mistress. Yeah, that doesn't know her place.
Oh, I got the paperwork. What happened to the paperwork, bro? It never came out.
Well, this started a whole new chapter.
Right, yeah. But just to answer your question, yes, she told me about it beforehand. So when he went and did the sucker shit he did, which was cap, because the dude said it himself that
y'all had no idea idea that that stuff was coming. You or radio didn't have any idea that that stuff was coming out, okay? Radio kept running her mouth, as seen as that's the same reason why Franchon has put out a cease and desist on her ass, because radio do too much of running her mouth. Just like radio is gonna run you and her in court, handing Remy checks after a while here. It's mighty strange, Pep. It's been 2 years and you are still on paper married to Remy Ma. You're not in love with no goddamn radio. Everybody knows that. You are radio's handler. Okay? You are handling and hustling radio for the money that you can get out of her. Your daughter Chanel is too. This girl got an apartment, also got the little lip gloss, lipstick beauty line, and you know who all fit the bill? You know who paid for it? Radio did. Radio is paying her way. Okay? As a paymaster, that's what she's doing.
Nothing never happened. It was a clout chase. 50, when I dropped Agent Provocateur, he didn't know what to do. His man is on a call saying, if you listen to it, I don't know if you listened to it, on the same call where he admitted that, you know, they never did nothing, he also said, the man back is against the wall. Talking about your man Curtis. You know, come on, man, the man back against the wall. The man is digging. He didn't know what to do at that point because it had him fucked up.
Pep, we talking about a couple of weeks that you have released this song, and it's not even hyped. It's not even hyped out anymore. Already. It seems like you're trying to live in that 90s era of your life where you were in your marriage. The marriage was going good. You guys were having fun. It's not there. Y'all was in that type of relationship moving towards what it was going to be. And it's just not that anymore. You're no longer younger. You're getting older. And you've never been able to seem to carry yourself. It's been always off of a woman's back. Because you've been messing with Remy Ma the long way for over 20 years, Pep. Make it make sense. Remy's still moving, shaking, grooving, and still out here getting booked. You ain't doing none of that. You trying to tie yourself, or have, I should say, tied yourself to radio because radio is slow. And then come to find out you just as slow as fucking radio. Sure.
Well, Clarissa responds, calls Bud a weirdo, that was stalking her, trying to get out the friend zone, and so forth. And there's all these text messages that go back and forth and so forth. She claimed, like you said, that they never had sex. She never even sneezed on him. So was this a guy that was trying to talk to her? He said it himself. What's the backstory?
I don't know the dude. So I can't sit here and tell you, you know what I mean? Like, I'll speak on him like that. I don't know him. I don't speak on dudes I don't know. What I can tell you is she brought it to my attention. She told me about him, you know what I mean, the situation or whatever, what it was. So when 50 pulled the stunt that he pulled because he didn't know what to do when I dropped Agent Provocateur, we already knew that he was going to do some corny shit like that and make it seem like more than what it was. As you can see, you know, what he claimed, it never came to fruition. So it's just, I'm just pointing out to you, the tactics that he uses, you know, when he's in a position where he don't know what to do. Same thing he did, in my opinion, the same shit he did with Meech. You know what I'm saying? He put dirt on that man's name, and he never produced what he said he had on that man, and nobody held him accountable for that.
Well, didn't Clarissa say that she's suing him at this point?
She did, because you got to understand, you know what I mean? And like I said, she's her own person. She's a two-time Olympic winner. She's a black woman. She's a role model and a mentor to so many young children out there. So she has so many. I don't gotta go on and on with her accolades. She has a strong, powerful.
You can't go on and on. You have to literally stop and think, because there's nothing that she's doing. She's not influencing anybody. This girl was sitting on live or did a recording with her niece where she isn't acting as if she's trying to interpret what a child is trying to say, when good and well hell, she knew exactly. The little girl was cursing, trying to be a grown ass, and she should have been correcting her when she was sitting there trying to make it seem as if it was cute. Make it make sense. Please. No.
Brand that's very influential to young girls and to black women out there. You can't just go out there and say she slept with somebody that she didn't sleep with. You can't make false allegations like that. So, you know what I mean? She doing how she feels suitable. Her and her team, because she has a very powerful team, they handling that how they feel it needs to be handled.
Well, did she send him a cease and desist, or did she actually sue him? Because there's a big difference.
There isn't no cease and desist. And she's not suing because 50 Cent got the information from the person that was messing with Radio, Maserati Bud. Okay, he can prove that he does have a relationship with her. Shit, as of last month, a month ago, the 5th today, there was still communication. And I'm pretty sure it's still communication now. This week, you sitting online, fake Papoose, you sitting online posting back photos and back concerts of people sending or tweeting you or adding you to fucking tweets. Lo and behold, Remy is performing. And then you got Radio all the way across the fucking country, but you ain't step out in the UK with Radio. You ain't going nowhere with Radio out the country. When Radio's supposed to, child, please. Child, we seeing through you, honey.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not her attorney. I can't really speak on that, but I do know.
Okay.
I do know she's handling that how she feels suitable, man. Because bro, you can't go out there, man, and disrespect women. These are women. You can't do that and don't expect them to react, because women are very emotional. You know what I'm saying? And Clarissa is Clarissa Shields. She's who she is. She's a warrior. She's amazing. She's a phenomenal queen, man. You know what I mean? That speaks for itself. She's a fighter, but she's still a woman, bro. And when you're disrespecting black women like that, whatever comes with it, you got to deal with it. Especially when you're lying on their name. Especially to just lie. I think it was something.
He knows what the headboard looks like. Maserati Bud knows what the goddamn headboard look like. I ain't no lies being told. Allegedly.
Something else he did with another female R&B singer where he lied and said he had sex with her, and it never happened. The truth came out later, so that's on him, bro.
Well, when this was going back and forth, I tweeted, it was a lighthearted joke, basically, where I said, do you think Papoose is scared to break up with Clarissa Shields? And you hit me right away. You're like, yo, man, did you get hacked? Was that you? And I was like, no, that was me. Come on, man, I'm joking. Come on. I'm not disrespecting anybody.
Nah.
When your girl is like the greatest female boxer of all time, I think that, a violent situation is something that most men would consider at some point. Not to say that you guys have that kind of relationship, but I'm just saying most men are not scared of girls, but I think a lot of men are scared of Clarissa. Right?
Nah. I mean, that's how I am, bro. If I see some shit on the internet, if I know you, like, we got a relationship, I'm not about to fucking dish you on the internet. I'm going to contact you, whether the text or call. Like, I know Sula would be like, yo, bro, what we doing here, man? Like, come on, man. Not you, man. I expect these weirdos on the internet. Not you.
I mean, look, right? Like, some time back, there was a picture that surfaced of Clarissa, and she had your name tattooed under her breast, right?
Yeah, man. Definitely.
So all I'm...
What he's saying is he does not believe you, Papoose. Okay? He's actually throwing shade. He does not believe you. We all know what we know. We all know what we saw. We all know what we heard. And again, this is your birthday. This time happened on your birthday.
2026, we FaceTime each other.
Okay?
Okay, let's go in. I'm gonna put her phone number on Vlad. Clarissa. Okay. 1 a.m. Right? Let's go to. How you get to the history? Call history. Call history. We talked out. She called me.
Still talking. Still talking. In 2026. You know what? Pep, there might not be no help for situation. You might just act as if it is what it is and try to keep it pushing because you don't want to detach from being her handler. You don't want your money well to dry out again. I believe that that's exactly what it is. I don't believe it's anything else because I do not believe that there is an open heart yet of any kind for anybody else in your life. And you're just afraid.
No Papoose with Maserati Bud. I'm convinced Clarissa rode the short bus to school. Clarissa got exposed for getting with this guy Maserati Bud while with Papoose. She got online and flat out lied to her fans, right? She got up there saying, man, this guy's a liar. This guy was on some stalking shit. My best friend Nene basically, you know, told me he got all my pics on his phone, on his IG, and I hit him up telling him to take it down. So she starts showing text messages, basically telling on herself, right? In one of the texts, the dude said, I still spend time with you, even though you did this or did that. Like, this was supposed to be what she was trying to show to prove that the guy was weird. He just posted her for no reason. And y'all see the date on there, right? That text message was January 5th, 2025. But Cuz got a video of her December 25th, 2024. So how did you talk to him for the first time January 5th, 2025, but he in your house December 2024? Make that make sense, right? And how was it that you're trying to show text messages hitting him up for the first time? Because remember, her story is her best friend told her this weirdo guy has a bunch of pictures of her on his Instagram page, and she hit him up to take it down. How you get his number? And it looks like y'all been talking. Y'all been had something going on. You can clearly read the text messages and see that they have been dealing with each other. But she's so slow. She shows the text messages exposing herself. The man was talking about how you hurt him. The man was talking about because he be like, he says his relationships be poly. The man was like, damn, you know, I didn't know you had a boyfriend, woo, woo, woo. See, I think Clarissa Shields tried to erase her being with this man after she seen how, you know, the internet was with Remy Ma. After she seen how people was moving with that situation, she was like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell Cuz to, you know, take down the pictures of me and him. She was still gonna deal with him. She just wanted him to remove pics of them together. That's what she didn't tell you. Then she wanted us to believe, yeah, he over there taking pictures of us. We didn't even know that he was at the same place we was at. Boy, what you think? We boo-boo the fool? You was messing with that man and Pap. So you hit him up to take down pics that he had of both of y'all at different places which he had. Now you want to tell us he was just a weirdo guy that just had your pictures up and you was trying to tell him to take it down, and all the text messages shows otherwise. Boy, if you don't go that way. Clarissa Shields.
Okay. At the end of the day, Papoose, oh no, that literally there was honey, she seeked you out because Mr. Paulie dropped everybody else. He was not willing to drop the other folks. He was like, hell no, I'm not dropping my other peoples for you, radio. That's just not gonna happen. We ain't doing that. Okay? So since radio wouldn't submit to doing what she to do, be over there, she proceeded to try to switch over, but she tried to do it silently. But then again was still loud because she did not. Just like she ain't told you and you sitting up here trying to clear it up, trying to continuously lie in this interview, just like she didn't tell you prior to.
All the fly girls back it up like this.
Ladies, report to the dance floor right now.
All the aunties back it up like this.
Ladies,
Get up and down. Alright. She call me Mr. Get Up and Down. Alright. She call me Mr. Get Up and Down. Alright. She call me Mr. Get Up and Down.
You constantly sit there and continuously beg somebody for attention and not want the attention. Because if you recall, Papoose begged you.
All the fly girls back it up like this.
ladies, report to the dance floor right now.
All the aunties back it up like this.
Ladies,
Get up and down. Alright. She call me Mr. Get Up and Down. Alright.
Child, there was definitely something there. Definitely, most likely, allegedly continuing. But Pap wants to act like he's blind. He doesn't.
I'm saying that I'm joking about it, right? But I'm also not completely joking because, you know, I've gone through relationships.
Y'all hear Vlad? How he said I'm also not completely joking because he is throwing shade. He know you lying, bro.
And everything else like that. And I've had, you know, relationships that went bad and so forth. But you're older than Clarissa. She's a bit younger than you. And she seems really, really in love, right? When someone's tattooing their name, so, you know, their significant other's name on them, that shows a level of love and commitment that you don't see very often. And all I was saying is that if it actually did go bad at one point, you know, do you think that there's an opportunity that things could get violent from her end, just from her being so heartbroken?
Well, first of all, you know, the love goes both ways, man. Same way she loved me, I love her the same. You know what I mean? And as men, we got to lead by example. That's the way for you to receive that level of love from a woman. When you're genuine like that and authentic, they can sense that as opposed to you being fake and a fraud. So when you see me getting that kind of love from her, you know, it's a reflection of us, of our relationship and our union that we share together.
Boy, if you don't stop fucking lying and you don't even want hold radio hand waiting to hell y'all outside, much less kiss radio for a long time, everybody been thinking radio goddamn mouth was stank. That's what we thinking. Because you can't even hold a kiss with radio. You would not feed radio none of your cake. Didn't want radio on that fork, not a lick. Child, make it make sense.
So I love her the same. But no, as far as getting violent, no, man. I would never hit a woman, bro. Ever.
Well, no. I'm not saying you're hitting her. I'm talking about her hitting you. That's what I'm worried about. That's what I'm more worried about.
Once again, Vlad,
Right?
once again, you get what you put out. I lead by example, bro. You know what I mean? As a man, your woman is always going to be, you know what I mean, a reflection of you, bro. If that's your woman and she's dedicated and devoted to you. she's going to be a reflection of you. Now, if she starts dealing with somebody else, you're going to see reflections and signs.
She is dealing with somebody else, allegedly. A bunch of somebody else's. I believe that's why everybody live over there in Atlanta. One low section where she can get to everybody. Everybody can get
of that. But I lead by example. Like I said, I would never even attempt or think about putting my hand on no woman. You know what I mean? Clarissa is the champ, though. Let's not get it twisted, right? So, you know, I don't want you to think I'm ignoring that, but I'm just being honest. No, bro, never that. No, you know, that's not going to ever happen. No. It's funny, though.
Have you guys ever just like play fighting, like slap fighting, you know, in the house and stuff like that?
I'm training camp with her all the time, bro. I'm holding the pads with her. We fuck around all the time. Yeah.
Okay.
Yo, let me know what you think down in the comments. I believe Papoose is very, very, very much clownish. He's a goofy for this. Absolutely knows that radio is cheating. Child, I just believe he does not want to get rid of his money scheme. Okay, it's all a money scheme, and his shit has to continue because he has to get paid so that he could help and assist the other ones.